Well, hello everyone. How are you doing? I hope you've had a good day. I am sitting in my living room. I do have my new office furniture is up. There are some books up on the bookshelves, not arranged exactly the right way. I don't have the soundproofing foam up. Haven't gotten a rug yet, but I'm getting there. So it's taking time. So I'm much closer because I actually have furniture. And let me tell you, I love walking by my office because it looks like an office. The doors are French doors. So, you walk by and you can see the desk and everything because the desk is like just kind of right out there in the middle. And I'm facing the doors when I'm in the office. So to me, I think it's looking good. I've got to figure out how to like bundle up my cables from the computers and stuff. That's a whole different thing. But I'm working on it. I'm getting there. And one day I'll even share with you. Tonight, we're actually not talking about on passive, but in a way, there's still an on passive connection because we're talking about Eric Worre and his connection to an MLM Ponzi scheme in Dubai. So, whenever I see anything where anyone in the MLM world is mentions Dubai, my ears go kind of perk on up and makes me go, Ash just loves saying how clean and wonderful Dubai is. And yet I keep finding all these stories where there's just, some scammy things going on. So I thought tonight we would check out the article that I came across. Chalupa, you better not be going anywhere, son. I may have to come and grab you. Why does he have to jump up like as soon as I go live? I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. And then he starts wandering, and I just don't trust him. Chalupa. Oh, my child, my disobedient child, my disobedient fur child. Let me go grab him. Sorry about this. Give me just a moment. Chalupa. Okay. Sorry about that, but you know, as much as I love Chalupa, he can be a little stinker. So I had to go wrestle that dog. And, I have leashes from the vet where there's not like a collar. You just kind of like slip it on over their necks. And so I have some of those and I ran and got one and put it on him and just like directed him back. Hey, Daniel, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Uh, Oh, that's so sweet, your son Floki. That's so sweet. So, we're going to be looking at an article about Eric Worre and, how he hitched his wagon to an MLM Ponzi scheme in Dubai. I mean, why do I just seem like I'm shocked when I keep hearing more janky things about Dubai? I mean, I am and I'm not. And then if we have enough time, I found my copy because, yes, I bought a copy of Eric Worre's GoPro. And I think I'll do a bit of a dramatic reading of it because, when I now look at this stuff, let me come on camera. I have no makeup on. I'm like, oh gosh, I'm like a hot mess and I'm too close to the camera, but this is what I have right now. But when I was in Beachbody, I thought Eric Worre, pretty much walked on water and was just absolutely amazing. And I just had to, listen to him, then find somebody else and listen to them because I was, chasing that dream. Where's my copy? Come here. Oh, goodness. It's just right, like out of my reach. Don't you love it when that happens? So, see, I really do have my copy. Now, one thing I did not do is I didn't highlight and circle and write notes to myself in it, which when I was in grad school, if you look at all of my books, I mean, they're all torn up with highlight circles, words, notes all over the place. And it was actually meaningful content. But this, this is all just a fantasy. But we may be taking a look at that. So let me share my screen with you guys. Where is it? It feels so weird not starting with a song. Yeah, no, it really does. So I got an alert from Behind MLM because Eric Worre, bitten by the Dubai MLM Ponzi bug. So this was published on May 23rd, which, by the way, I do have have access to the most recent founder-only webinar. So we'll be looking at that. And then there was also the 360 today, which Ash popped on that. We're going to be looking at that too. Not tonight, but we're going to be looking at it because I feel like we just need to, Okay. I saw a disturbing headline on Business for Home today. Now, if you don't know what Business for Home is, Ted Newton, he created it with his wife, Deanie, and he was in Juice Plus and she was in Vima. Vima was shut down as being a pyramid scheme. And all of these big wigs, these people who are making it in the MLM world, they pay Ted to write articles about them, and they pay to be there as one of the top distributors or recommended distributors. You don't get there just because there's like a journalist going out writing a story about you. No. You're paying for the publicity. And Ted was associated with OneCoin, so that's how I started going down that rabbit hole. I did a whole video on Ted. It's somewhere on my channel if you're interested in learning more about Business for Home. Anyway, Eric Worre announced as Omega Pro's new official strategic coach. Now, just a couple of years ago, Eric Worre was aligned with Unique, but now we're going to Omega Pro. Okay. Omega Pro, the Dubai-based MLM Ponzi. Oh dear. Maybe I should look at Omega Pro sometime because, these MLMs that are outside of the US fascinate and horrify me because they seem to just get grimier and grimier and grimier. And there he is with 2 thumbs up, and that's just, Eric Worre giving 2 thumbs up to financial fraud. Turns out Omega Pro isn't the only Dubai MLM Ponzi Worre hitched his network marketing pro wagon to. I became aware of Worre's association with Omega Pro. If you're hearing a noise, Tamale is trying to get settled, and so she's digging around trying to get the perfect little spot. Earlier this year, after he spoke at one of their marketing events. Yeah, he is big in the circuit of traveling around to all the different MLM conferences, There's a number of them that's what they do. They make their coin by being MLM spokespeople and publishing more books. So there he is, all of that. While it is disappointing to see someone with a reputation to lose an MLM speak at a Ponzi marketing event, it's not something Behind MLM would cover in a standalone article. Get paid, raw the audience of a scam up, pose for photo ops, what they're actually paying for, and leave. It happens more often than you'd think. Yep, sure does. Worre's latest move, though, goes far beyond that. I'm sure Omega Pro had their own version out, but I saw the Business for Home, version, so we'll work from that. Omega Pro bills Worre as the world's most watched and most trusted human resource for intricate network marketing business training and support. Marketing fluff or no, it makes this all the more tragic. Omega Pro has now entered into a long-term strategic coaching relationship with none other than the Eric Worre to facilitate premium grooming for the premier community as the official strategic coach, a frequent speaker at the recurring Omega Pro Super Training Series and the global convention Rise. Eric Worre will now be more than just a one-time experience for the thriving community members as he slides into this magnificent role of educating the masses and the top leaders like never before. Now, if MLM was such a great thing, why isn't Worre still doing it? Why is he doing a coaching thing and doing all these speaking engagements if MLM is the ticket? That's always my question. It's so good. How come you're not doing it? And this potential exposure should set off alarm bells. His training is now viewed by over 5 million people every single week. To date, Worre's Network Marketing Pro community, you saw the book, has grown to over 1 million leaders from over 100 countries around the world. While it might pick up again, SimilarWeb observed a 74% slump in visits to Network Marketing Pro's website from the U.S., the U.S. being the most active regulator of Ponzi schemes worldwide, and that brings us to Omega Pro's business model. There's no ambiguity here. Omega Pro is an MLM crypto Ponzi scheme run by scammers hiding out in Dubai. So Ash should have friends. So here's the scammers. Regulators have already taken action against Omega Pro in Nicaragua, Congo Republic, multiple arrests, Spain, 2 fraud warnings. I can't pronounce this one, Mauritius, sorry about that. Argentina, Colombia, France, 2 entries on the fraud blacklist, Peru, Belgium, and Chile. Behind MLM maintains that any MLM company committing securities fraud does so because it's a Ponzi scheme. Worse still, Worre intertwining his Network Marketing Pro brand with fraud isn't a one-off. I went looking on Worre's socials to see if he'd acknowledged his place as the new face of MLM fraud in Dubai. Instead, I found this. Oh, look. Was awesome having my mentor Eric Worre speak at our event in Dubai. Many of the things he spoke about were affirmations for me that we were on the right track. Here is a picture of him with me, Dirk, whoever, our COO, and Bruce Ends Wild Hughes, my business partner, at the event at Dubai Opera on the weekend. And there's Eric right there. Big old smile. He's like, yeah, I'm making money from this. That's Worre rubbing shoulders with GS Partners Ponzi executive Dirk Zalman and top earners Andrew Eaton and Bruce Hughes. Was awesome having my mentor Eric Worre speak at our event. GS Partners put together an event in Dubai in early May to compensate for owner Joseph Haight, don't know if I'm saying that right, failing to rock up to their Atlanta event in late April. So that's that guy. Oh my gosh, carrot bars. That's something that I've been meaning to look at because I know it transformed into something else. I guess it's the GS Partners. And I just never have gotten around to it, but just the name carrot bars is just something that it cracks me up for some reason, it just does. GS Partners is another MLM crypto Ponzi scheme. GS Partners affiliates invest in tokens, get more tokens passively through the scheme, and then hope to cash out previously invested funds on the increasingly convoluted backend. Now, I just came across an article today that was talking about crypto stuff, and things were like just basically blowing up, not blowing up in a good way where, it's like going up in value, basically kind of crashing. So I was seeing a lot of stuff about that. I just didn't have time to mark anything because I was busy. I was doing work stuff. SimilarWeb ranks the U.S. as the top source of traffic to GS Partners' website at 57%. Haight didn't travel to the U.S. for GS Partners' Atlanta event because, after the GS Partners event and in between the Omega Pro announcement today, Worre was on Facebook showing off new additions to his Las Vegas mansion. Eric Worre should and does know better. He's been around long enough for all the major U.S. MLM Ponzi busts, Zeke rewards, which remember I found a connection on passive to Zeke rewards. Telex free. Oh, we know someone connected to that. Could you say Ash Mufara? OneCoin and BitConnect. Zeke rewards reached $600 million. The rest were multi-billion-dollar MLM Ponzi schemes. In its Eric Worre is One of Us press release, Omega Pro claims to have 1.8 million investors. Total invested funds and losses building in the background are unknown. Worre, unfortunately, isn't the only U.S. MLM event regular seduced by the lure of ill-gotten gains in Dubai. I recently covered Zafira's lifestyle relocation to Dubai on the heels of founder Jonathan, whatever the last name is, regulatory troubles in the U.S. and Mexico. Zafira Lifestyle and Cifuentes fleeing to Dubai. See, look, notice they're all going to Dubai, and yet, Ash was so proud about being in Dubai. Saw the company rebrand as Decentra. As part of that rebrand, John C. Maxwell signed on as the Ponzi scheme's official mentor. That's someone else I have wanted to look into, and I just haven't had time. I've read some, but not enough. I want to say, who was it? Ivan Tapia, and he was part of Organa Gold. I want to say that I covered him a little bit when I did Ivan Tapia's video. I may be not remembering correctly. I've slept since then. In the plug for his The Power of Five for Network Marketing book, Maxwell claims, for 30 years, John C. Maxwell has spoken at over 100 direct sales and network marketing companies. He has mentored, coached, and trained the top leaders in the industry. Like Worre, Maxwell should and does know better. MLM Ponzi schemes seeking legitimacy via association isn't a new thing. We see sports teams, payment processors, charities, can you say, oh bless, and sometimes even governments dragged into fraud. Now we have MLM insiders who run around claiming to be the world's most watched and most trusted resource for network marketing, openly speaking and endorsing blatant MLM Ponzi schemes. This conduct certainly helps the scammers running the Ponzi's and the likes of Worre's and Maxwell's hip pockets. How is it helping the MLM industry? Well, it's not. So there was that. I don't know what you guys think of that. I found it interesting. I am going to look to see if I can find that article that I was talking about. Oh, that's great. Thank you, CD. What Dubai allows scammers? Not according to Marty and Red. I know. That cracks me up like, no, everything's great there. Everything's fantastic. It's fantabulous. I promise. And I mean, just bunch of Pinocchios. What can I say? Big time Pinocchios. Do I still have? I was deleting things today. Oh crap. I may have deleted it. Crappy crap. Let me see if I can find it in my history or anything. Don't you hate it when you try to be organized and then, you're not as organized as you thought you were because you get rid of something? That happens to me all the time. Damn, let's see. It doesn't look like I do. Let me see if I can find it, if I can do a search. Oh, man. Was it this? What date is this? it tell me? Damn it, I'm not going to find it. I'll probably come across something again. Hopefully remember to share it with you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. I was hoping I still had it, but what can I say? I was cleaning up after myself. Let me see if I can find it. Do I have it in my deleted? Where is my deleted? You know. Um, aha, I do have stuff in here that I have not emptied. So let's see, will I be able to find it? That's a whole different thing, if I'll be able to find it. Huh. Oh, here it is, I think. Maybe? Oh, no, it's not. Damn it. I was really hoping to be able to find this. I just seem like I'm not able to. Oh, well. Oh, that was the article about Eric Worre. Angel, you're absolutely right. I'll find it after I end the stream. I'll be, damn, there it is. That always happens too. We do need to manifest it because it's it was really interesting because, I mean, I am not someone here. Let me just come on screen for a minute. I'm not someone who is some kind of crypto guru or anything, but it was talking about basically kind of warning people of the instability of crypto, which I think that to me it's kind of obvious. You see something kind of blow up and then it just crashes really hard. And I think that and this article was talking about the lack of something backing the crypto being the problem. And I really wish I could find the damn article because I'm not going to be able to explain it to you guys that well because I'm just trying to go off of my memory from this morning as I was drinking coffee. And I was like, oh, let me read this. And yeah. Damn it. I really wish I could find it. What is today is the 25th. And see, I'm seeing things from the 24th. I mean, I don't know where it is. Oh, well, I'm going to have to let that go, aren't I? Maybe I'll find it tomorrow. I don't know. I really don't know. But let me go ahead and let's just look at, CoffeeZilla does do a really great job of explaining all the crypto bullshit. Let's see. All right, GoPro. Let's do a bit of a dramatic reading of some of us. Let me see. Chapter 1. What is chapter 1 called? There it is. Wait, is that it? Oh, here it is. Chapter 1. Here. All right. Network marketing isn't perfect. It's just better. Do you feel restless? Do you feel unsatisfied? Do you feel there must be a better way when it comes to your work and the way you make your living? The good news, there is a better way, but it's different than what you were taught in school. Let me explain. As I travel and speak around the world and get involved with Ponzi schemes, I like to play an audience participation game. I ask people to help me create the ultimate business and to tell me specific things they'd like to have in that business and things they'd like to avoid. It always makes for a very interesting list. If we were face to face, I'd do the same thing with you right now. But since we're not, let me summarize what people from over 30 countries have told me while creating what I like to call the perfect career list. Okay, I'm thirsty. My orange water. Okay. People usually start naming things they don't want. No boss, no commute, no alarm clock,
no employees, no politics, no compromises, no discrimination, no educational requirement. And then, as people start to use their imagination in a more positive way, they start to visualize some positive attributes, something positive, great product or service, unlimited income, residual income. Enjoy the people you work with because otherwise everybody hates everyone. Time freedom, something meaningful, personal growth, lots of perks because MLM is just filled with all those perks as you work 24/7, 365. International contribution to worthy causes because other companies, no company like donates to any charities or anything like actual companies, not MLM. Contribution to worthy causes, low risk, low startup costs, economy proof. Okay, that's just bullshit right there. Tax benefits, fun. Now, you might add some attributes of your own, but wouldn't you agree that's a pretty good start? Huh. Residual income is unrealistic for like with MLM. No. Imagine being able to enjoy a career with all those attributes. Imagine working all the time chasing people. That's what you do in MLM. All jobs that I know of fall into one of five categories: blue collar, white collar, sales, traditional business ownership, investing, blue collar careers. Here is the Wikipedia definition of blue collar. A blue collar worker is a member of the working class who performs manual labor. My definition is someone who labors to fix something, make something, clean something, build something, or service something, or someone. In my life, I've worked many blue collar jobs, and for anyone who's ever engaged in this line of work, there is a certain satisfaction in a job well done. But here's the big question: can blue collar work deliver on the perfect career list? The obvious answer is no. Sure, it can deliver on some attributes. It might have a great product and a low startup cost or any number of other individual items on the list. But if you really look at it, blue collar just can't get you where you want to be. Not the perfect career. It's got to be the perfect career. White collar careers. Here is the Wikipedia definition of white collar. The term white collar worker refers to a person who performs professional, managerial, or administrative work in contrast with a blue collar worker whose job requires manual labor. Typically, white collar work is performed in an office or cubicle or in my home office in my home. My definition is a person who is employed by someone else to do work other than manual labor or sales. Many people choose a white collar career as it is one of the most socially acceptable of the options available. It has long been viewed as the safe and secure option. Recently, that has changed. And this book was written in, let me see, this edition, I want to say 2015, if memory serves, and memory could be lacking because, I've slept since then. Um, yep, 2015. Okay. Okay. So it's recently changed. Well, things have recently changed now because there's a lot more options for people to be able to work from home, not MLM. The implied contract that if you are loyal to the company will be loyal to you is long gone. Now, that I do agree with. I've also been a white collar worker in my career. In my experience, there are two types of people who do this type of work: achievers and hiders. Wow. Achievers are the people who want to perform at a high level. They are ambitious, motivated, and energetic. They are full of ideas and want to move up the corporate ladder, which are great attributes to have. But there is a downside for the achiever. The moment a person decides to be an achiever, they become a target. Their boss sees them as threatening to their job. So they start to hold them down or take shots at their reputation. I mean, maybe in some places, but not everywhere. I mean, I've had some crummy managers, I've had some good managers. And all right, Eric. Their boss, oh, I already said that, sorry. Their peers see them as a person who will either embarrass them or keep them from getting a promotion. So they start to do what they can to undermine their accomplishments. Okay, that has not been my experience at all, but okay. So, to remain an achiever and survive in this hostile environment, a person must become good at one thing that has nothing to do with their productivity, and that's politics. Hell, politics, that's everywhere. There's politics in multi level marketing. I mean, and we're seeing politics with on passive because you can think of the leadership council, all the people who are called forward, the chosen ones and stuff, and then all the people who are just kind of like, you never know about. Maybe they will be on the Julian Milo show and say something for a couple of minutes, and that's about it. Or ask a question on the founders only roundtable and be shot down if the question is just inappropriate or deemed inappropriate. Okay. Let's see. All right. Politics. They must learn how to navigate the political world by diminishing their enemies and strengthening their relationship with powerful people. In fact, some of the most successful people in the corporate world aren't achievers at all. They are pure politicians. Now, that I also can agree with. I can't. There are some that are. So, if you decide to work in the corporate environment to be an achiever, you must accept the fact that you must become a good politician also, which you need to accept the fact that anywhere that you work, you need to, be able to navigate the political arena because it's going to be there wherever you are and whatever you do. Now, let's talk about the hiders. These are the people who hate politics but still need a job. They learn not to be the ambitious achiever. They don't stand out. They don't speak up in meetings. They don't bring new ideas. They hide. They keep their heads down and do as they're told. They do just enough so they aren't talked about negatively. They survive. And this has worked for decades. But in the new economy, it's becoming much more difficult to hide, and people are running out of time. So, back to our perfect career list. Can a white collar job deliver on this list? Again, the clear answer is no. Certainly not in very many areas. Sales, which multi level marketing is all about sales, by the way. Some people choose to get away from being an employee and get involved in a sales career. This is certainly more adventurous because typically salespeople are paid on their production instead of by the hour. I've known, excuse me, I've known thousands of salespeople. There is a common theme I've noticed over the course of my career. The typical salesperson will have a period of time where everything goes perfectly. Everything they touch turns to gold, and they make some really good money. As soon as that happens, they almost always set their lifestyle to that level of income. They buy a new house, get new cars, put their kids in better schools, purchase a vacation home, the works. Everything is great for a while, and then something changes. The company changes the compensation plan because that never happens in network marketing. Their territory gets reduced, and that never happens in multi-level marketing because there's never any saturation. A competitor shows up, your next door neighbor, when you're in the same MLM. They lose the best customer. The economy goes into recession. New technology makes their offer less valuable, or government regulations change their industry. And let's just hope there is some government regulations within MLM with the ANRP and that the FTC does make a new rule. These are just a few examples. There are hundreds more reasons why the salesperson's world could and probably will get more complicated, which, by the way, if you have not registered for the conference that is happening June 10th and 11th, you absolutely need to. We have a dynamic speaker. I'll be speaking on Saturday, and I will be moderating a session on Saturday as well. Go and register. I'm going to be here reading some of this, so you can, just open up another tab, go and register, and listen to me as I continue reading dramatically. So you need to register. Just saying, you need to register. You really do. If you're just thinking, I don't know about that, you should register. You just need to register. Did I mention you need to register? Go register. Okay. When that happens with the big lifestyle they've developed now, 40 hours a week isn't enough to pay the bills. So they go to 50 hours a week, and then 60, and then 70, and in MLM you go to like 200. And then their life gets very small. Yes, they have the stuff, but they don't have time to enjoy it. And you don't have time to enjoy anything in MLM. The other challenge for the sales career is no matter how a person does, they start at zero the next day. Oh my gosh. There's plenty of MLMs that if you make a particular level, you go back to zero every single month. Get out of town, Eric Worre. It can be tiring to live under that kind of pressure. Yeah, when you're an MLM, it's really flipping tiring over a long period of time. Can a sales career pay the bills? Sure, but can it deliver on the perfect career we described? Again, the answer is no. Traditional business ownership. Some people opt for the big dream, building their own business where they are the boss and they call the shots. It's an exciting idea, isn't it? Here's the reality for most people. Step 1. They use their life savings, take on new debt, and many times borrow money from friends and family to get started. Step 2. They take on more debt in the form of leases and personal guarantees in just about every direction. Step 3. Now, instead of focusing on what they are good at, let's say they were great at sales and decided to start their own business, they have to be all things to all people. They act as attorney for legal matters. I hope not. I hope they have an attorney. Accountant for financial matters. I hope they have an accountant. Babysitter for employee matters. I hope not. Negotiator for purchasing matters, and collection agency for accounts receivable matters. They even get to take out the garbage. They are doing everything but selling, which is what they were good at in the first place. Step 4. They struggle. Instead of owning a business, the business owns them. They are the first person to work and the last person to leave. And after everyone else gets paid, they might be able to take home enough money to pay their own bills, let alone reduce the debt they incur to start the business in the first place. Step 5. They succeed or they fail. They either hit a point down the road where the business is successful or they fail. Many times filing for bankruptcy because nobody who has been involved in MLM has ever had to go into bankruptcy because of all the front loading that they've done. Yeah, no, that's never happened. And falling back into a corporate or sales job. And if they are successful, that usually means a lifetime of long hours and stress. Sounds romantic, doesn't it? If you haven't started your own business before, ask friends who have if this description isn't accurate. Most people who start their own traditional business aren't worried about getting a return on their investment. They just want a return of their investment. It's pretty clear that traditional business ownership can't provide the perfect career as we've described it. The investor. The last category of ways to earn a living in the world today is to be an investor. And what do you need to become an investor? Money, right? If you don't have a lot of money, it's going to be very difficult to earn a living from the return on your investments, especially if you try to be conservative to reduce the risk of loss. But let's say you do. What's the next thing you need in order to be a successful investor? You need to have incredible knowledge and skill. I know more people than I could count who were skillful real estate investors over the years. But when things radically changed in the real estate market, I guess he's talking about 2008, their skill couldn't help them. They lost big. Would you like to invest in someone's traditional small business? Good luck. In most cases, you won't be an investor. You are most likely to be a philanthropist. How about the stock market? People do great there, don't they? A few do, at least from time to time. But I know more people who've lost than have won, especially in the past decade. It's very difficult to have guaranteed returns when you're not in control. And trust me, as an investor, you are not in control. Anything can happen, and it can happen overnight. Let me tell you a story to illustrate that point. In late 2001, I was living large. I had sold a company I co founded and was working as a very highly paid consultant. For my part of the sale, I received approximately 170,000 shares of stock in the new company. It was publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange and selling for about $44 a share, which meant the value of my stock was around $7.5 million. I had big income and a great portfolio. Life was good. I used part of the stock to secure a home construction loan of about $2 million for my dream house I was building. As for the rest, I didn't diversify because I knew the company was in great shape with a good product and an amazing sales force. And guess what? Eric Worre is still a consultant. He doesn't do anything in MLM. He's not an MLM distributor. So why is he talking about this? Then something out of my control happened. Overnight, the stock went to $37 a share because a group of investors had targeted the company and shorted the stock. In other words, the lower the stock price went, the more money they would make. I thought it was ridiculous because the company was doing great. So I bought some more shares at $37, using my existing shares as collateral, knowing the price would go back up. It went to $33. I bought more shares. It went to $27. I started getting margin calls, which meant if I didn't send them money, they were going to start selling my shares to cover the losses. I didn't have it to send. The stock continued to go down. It went all the way to $10 a share, and my $7.5 million was gone. Poof! All in less than 90 days. Now the stock eventually came back, and the company was taken private for $65 a share. But I wasn't there to capitalize on it. I was wiped out. Could I have been smarter? Sure. Did I make mistakes? Absolutely. And here's the lesson. If you're going to be an investor, you have to accept that things will be taken out of your control from time to time. And when that happens, it can be very expensive. So, back to the perfect career list, which he doesn't have because he's not an MLM distributor. Can being an investor deliver on that list? I don't think so. We've talked about blue collar work, white collar work, sales, traditional business ownership, and investing. He owns his own business, he does investing, and he's in sales. So he's doing like three different things with his business. He's not an MLM, but I digress. So, is this perfect career even possible? The answer is yes. But to get there, you need to understand that everything is changing. The old models of compensation are dead or dying. And we are going through the biggest economic shift in any of our lifetimes. Whoa, enter MLM, the savior for everyone, not the new economy. And that's, this whole thing about this shift, this paradigm shift, and that, compensation is changing, all this stuff is changing. I've heard that for years in terms of MLM stuff, since I've been covering MLM stuff. Okay. The world as you know it has changed. For the people who don't recognize that fact, it will be the worst of times. For the people who do, it will be the best of times. Over the last 100 years, an interesting phenomenon occurred. The rise of the corporation became the standard in society, the safe and respected place for people to exist in the workplace was as an employee. Step one, go to school to learn how to be an employee. Step two, find a company that will employ you. Step three, work for that company for 40 years. Step four, retire. In recent decades, the promise of being rewarded by the company for your loyalty and hard work has been exposed as a myth. People began to realize the loyalty they were giving to their company was not being given in return. So a different process evolved. Step one, go to school to learn to be an employee. Step two, find a company that will employ you. Step three, switch companies for various political and economic reasons every 3 to 5 years over the course of your career. Step four, find that you can't retire comfortably after 40 years, so you keep working. And now we are going through the biggest shift in any of our lifetimes. For a century, companies have paid people by the hour, by the week, or by the year. That's changing on a global level. The world is moving toward a performance economy, and it's already happening. Here's what that means. In the future, you're only going to be paid for performance. You won't be paid for your time anymore. Servers in the food industry already live in this model. They get a very lowly hourly wage required by law, and they make their living through tips based on their performance. If you can imagine the same model being applied to virtually every job in the world, you will see what is coming. The person cleaning the rooms in a hotel won't be paid by the hour anymore, they'll be paid per room. For office workers, here's an example. A person has a $60,000 annual salary. Step one, the company will lower the salary to something like $50,000 because with today's marketplace, there are other people to take the job for a lower amount. Step two, they will reduce their base salary to something like $20,000 a year. Step three, they will tell that person that they can get an additional $30,000 over the year if they hit certain performance benchmarks on a monthly basis. In other words, if they hit their numbers, they can make an additional $2,500 a month. Now, the pressure is on and the company is loving it. If you don't hit your numbers, they can save even more money. If you do hit your numbers, guess what's in your future? They are going to raise your requirements. Unless you are extremely specialized, this will happen to you if it hasn't already. Count on it. And it will happen in every single profession worldwide. The evolution has begun. Why is it happening? One, it's a better model for the company. They'll get better results with less expense. Two, the new economy needs fewer people, so the company has more people competing for fewer and fewer jobs. Let me explain why the new economy needs fewer people. The exponential rise of technology has changed everything. Over 100 years ago, 90% of the population worked in agriculture. Today, because of dramatic efficiencies, it's less than 1%, and the farming jobs are gone. Remember customer service call centers where you talk to people? Today, you talk to a machine, and those jobs are gone, not so. Remember when companies had a massive amount of salespeople? Now people order online and those sales jobs are gone. Remember Blockbuster Video? Yeah, I do. And all its employees? Now people watch movies on their handheld or tablet devices and those jobs are gone. Things have just shifted. They're just not gone. Things have shifted. I love books, but go to your local bookstore while you can. They will be history soon, and so will the jobs provided by those stores. And again, it will shift. I go on and on through virtually every work category in the world. Technology and efficiency are eliminating jobs every single day, and there is nothing we can do to stop it. In fact, it's only going to accelerate. If you are sitting there waiting for the economy to bounce back and for jobs to return, don't. They aren't coming back. Just like the children of farmers saw the handwriting on the wall and left farming for new vocations, the same thing is happening for people working in old economy jobs. To survive, they'll need to open their eyes to this reality and find something new. Can you see that? Network marketing is better. Man, I've got stuffed up. Congested now, guys. Okay. The best way I know not only survive, but to thrive in the new economy is network marketing. Although I'm not a network marketer because I'm Eric Worre and I go around doing all these speeches and I sell these courses and my book to make you guys think that network marketing is better. But I'm really a consultant. So sure, I have my own company. But yeah, network marketing is better. I'm going to tell you network marketing is better. You better believe that because you can't be like me. There are important products and services in the world that need to be promoted to the people who need them. Consumers still need to be educated. Companies have choices. They can dive into the ever fragmented world of advertising to get the word out. They can hire a large and expensive sales force to sell their products or services, or they can utilize, are you ready? Network marketing to tell their story to the world. More and more companies will choose to use network marketing because it fits the new economy. They can provide all the corporate support. And guess what? It's a corporation. Network marketing companies are a corporation. It's not all a bunch of network marketers at the network marketing company. That's still only companies. I always find that so weird. Okay. They can provide all the corporate support and pay distributors on a purely performance basis to promote their products. It's extremely efficient because in the new economy, word of mouth advertising continues to work better than any other form of promotion. The company can just make the money they would have spent on advertising and promotion and pay it to their distributors to spread the word. Except for, and recently, do I have, yeah, I do have that. Bill Keep recently published an article. And in it, and I'm scrolling down and I'll show you when I find it. Where is it? Because he has I know he has okay. Let me share this with you guys. This is on Seeking Alpha. I don't know if you've ever read anything on Seeking Alpha or not. Okay, so this is Bill's graph here. And in this, 1.3 of active distributors, 0.6% of all distributors received 75% of total annual distributor earnings. And I want to say, this was based on New Skin data in 2020. So just this very tiny sliver of all the distributors received most of the earnings. So that kind of contradicts what Mr. Worre is saying, So sure, Eric, go on. Okay. So they're not really paying everybody equally, is my point. What that means for you as an entrepreneur, because joining an MLM, you're now a business owner, even though I told you earlier you shouldn't be a business owner, but you're a business owner and you're an entrepreneur too, even though you're an independent contractor. But I digress, is that you can receive all the benefits of traditional business ownership without the typical risk. No risk when it comes to MLM. Bullshit. And there will be no cap on your income because network marketing companies want you to make as much as possible. Know what they want are a bunch of people coming in at the bottom, believing they're going to be able to get to the top and just keep working it so that the people at the top get the money. They don't want everybody. They don't know. That's a big old bucket of hooey. If you're going to be paid for performance anyway, why live with the cap? The catch to network marketing. This all sounds great, and it is. But there is a catch that most people won't tell you. Here it is. You must accept a temporary loss of social esteem from ignorant people. Oh, we're just all stupid. Okay. That means while for a while, people still living in and trying to function in an old system will think less of you. No, we don't think less of you. We worry about you because you're being lied to. They won't understand. They'll think you're crazy for being involved in network marketing. And actually, the word accept isn't completely accurate. You need to do more than that. You need to embrace the temporary loss of social esteem from ignorant people. You are seeing the future before it becomes apparent to everyone else. You are the smart one. You are the person taking action to live a better life. There is a reason why people will think less of you, and it's not just because they are stuck in the old system. Let me see if I can help you better understand this. Because if you decide to make network marketing your profession, it's important to know. Most people have either joined a network marketing company or know someone who has. That's true. This is what goes through the mind of virtually every person who decides to get involved. I can think of 5 or 6 people who might do this too. My sister would be great. My friend loves this kind of thing. I know this other person who could be amazing. Okay, I'll join. In other words, they aren't joining a profession. They're just hoping to get lucky, sign up a few people to cover their own startup costs, and sit back and wait for the money to roll in. The allure of being paid for someone else's efforts is powerful, but often badly misunderstood. They haven't started a real business, they just purchased a glorified lottery ticket. Imagine a lottery ticket with 6 scratch off spots. Those spots represent each of the people the new person thinks will certainly join. They approach those people and try to get them to join, and because of their lack of skill, most of them end up with nothing, just like the lottery ticket. This becomes just another lost opportunity. And since they have acted in unskilled ignorance, they may have damaged some friendships as well. So they rip up the ticket, and instead of taking personal responsibility, it's all my fault. It couldn't be the system at all, couldn't be the structure of network marketing for not really starting their business. They blame network marketing and make sure to tell the world, look, I've been there, I've done it, I talked to every person I know, and network marketing just doesn't work. Save your money. That's what you're dealing with if you choose this as a profession. The opinions of ignorant people who think they've done it right and it doesn't work. If that's going to be too hard to handle, then network marketing isn't for you. But if you can embrace it, the world is yours. The people who embrace this get paid big money. Companies will pay unlimited amounts to people who can help blind people see, who can educate the ignorant, and who can build a community of like minded people. Some people like to say, perception is reality. I hate that saying. All great leaders in the world have ignored it for centuries. What if Nelson Mandela had said perception is reality? What if Martin Luther King Jr. had said perception is reality? What if Steve Jobs had said perception is reality? The great leaders of the world said reality is reality. And I'm going to do everything possible to help people understand that fact. The truth is, network marketing isn't perfect, it's just better. And that's reality. End of chapter 1. Woo! Okay, let me see what you guys have been saying. And if I get on a roll, I might read another chapter. Chapter 2 is, if you're going to be involved in network marketing, decide to be a professional, decide to go pro. That's what I have to say about that. Yep, toxic positivity, cultish thinking. Yep, absolutely. Oh my gosh. Yep. Any critic is a demon. Yes. Yep. I loved working in sales and helping people, so thought MLM's perfect. And you were wrong. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me scroll up further because I'm going like down up. I should be going top down, but I'm not. Okay. Oh, it's Joe's birthday. Happy birthday, Joe. Um, Whiskey sour or whiskey neat? I don't know who Sailor Jerry is, but okay. Tequila. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, I have a tequila story for you. I digress. This was when I lived in a loft downtown, and it was my husband and I. We were, I think, I'm not sure if if we had progressed yet. We had been friends first, and he was off, and then another friend of ours was upstairs, and so he was fixing us margaritas. Okay. The first batch, he followed the recipe, and then he didn't. I will just say the next day, I can't believe I actually got to work. I got there just in time for a meeting. I was so drastically hungover. I came home. He was supposed to have worked lunch. He was still in bed and had not gotten out. And our other friend also like missed work. So we were just so smashed. So whenever I see tequila, I think of that. And that was our first and only annual tequila day or something, Tequila Wednesday. Never to be repeated at all. It took me a long time until I could have a margarita again after that. It was bad, but we had fun. But oh my gosh. So the Julia Milo show I know is going on tonight. Okay, what point is he trying to make? That we might as well work for MLM because corporate will only pay for performance in the future, not unless laws change and worker protections are stripped. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Miss Cleo gave out more useful information than found in this book. Miss Cleo, oh my God, I remember those infomercials. Oh my God, that is so funny. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Blockbuster Pepperidge Farms. Apparently that saying is back in. Yep, it is. Yeah, and that's what he is. Like everyone should work in MLMs, but I am like, bro, we can't all nobody should. Exactly. That's the thing. It's like not everybody can work in MLM. And he's not working in an MLM, but he's out there telling everybody like MLM is the way. And that's what really pisses me off is that none of these people are doing MLM, but they're going to tell you how great it is. All these, coachy types, they're not in it, but they're going to convince you like, I can help you with your MLM business. You just follow what I have to say in my book. Now, let me tell you this. Okay, because earlier today I was looking at this. Well, shortly before I went live, I looked at this, and I think it's hilarious. I think it's just cracked me up. I'm like, oh, there you go. There you go. Eric, you go, boy. Where is it? Where's it? Okay. About Network Marketing Pro. Okay, I'm going to read that to you. NetworkMarketingPro.com was created in 2009 to be a free resource to help educate and elevate the network marketing profession, but yet he charges for his book. You can find hundreds of free training videos, million-dollar earner interviews, and other valuable information at NetworkMarketingPro.com. We also welcome you to join our community on Facebook. Okay, don't do that. We would be honored if you could take a few moments and write a review of this book on Amazon. Oh, I think we could all write a review on Amazon. I think you'd end up deleting our reviews, but we could. For information on printing a custom edition of GoPro, email this place. Bulk discount program. Let me repeat that. Bulk discount program. Our goal is to get this book into the hands of as many people as possible because we want to sell it to you so that I, Eric Worre, make money off of selling you this book. To make this goal a reality, we have created a bulk discount program that will allow leaders to have quantities of GoPro on hand at all times. We encourage you to get books into the hands of every person on your team. So buy my book and give my book away, and then mail it to them. You can put that bill. Give a copy to every new person who joins your organization. Make copies available for sale at all your events. Buy a bunch of these suckers and then resell them yourself. Yeah, that makes sense. 1 to 9, $12 each. 10 to 24, $10 each. 25 to 49, $8 each. 50 to 99, $7 each. 100 to 499, $6 each. 500 to 999, $5 each. 1,000 plus $4 each. Yeah, let's spend, $4,000 for, this, a bunch of these. Let's not do that. To order, you go here. I just thought that was so funny, There is, just still like, buy my shit, buy my poop. I got some poop. I want you to buy my poop about MLM, because I'm just going to sit here and tell you a bunch of poop, because I'm not doing MLM myself, but I'm going to tell you how to do MLM because, I'm the GoPro master. So annoying. So flippin' annoying. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, guys, my voice is kind of feeling a little bit out. I think I'm going to call it a night, but tomorrow we will be. Well, let me know. Excuse me. Oh my God, I'm so stopped up. Would you rather check out what Ash had to say on Monday? Or would you rather look at the 360 video from today where Ash popped on? Or if maybe we could do a combination of the two. Let me know in the chat which you would prefer, the Monday, the 360, a combo. I'd like to know because I would like to offer you what you like, Okay, let me see what else you guys had to say. I have got to get these glasses adjusted. I have progressives on them, and I'm like constantly like trying to look in the right spot so that things aren't blurry, and it's really flippin' annoying. Anything Ash is gold. Oh my gosh, it is. Oh, you like the combo. Okay. And okay, Beth, you're here for yeah, I mean, I haven't heard all of everything. I did read you guys the summary from Monday. And allegedly, and we'll hear it, when we do because I think I'll just do the combo. I have a thumbnail already just for Mondays, but we'll do a combo, so don't let that scare you. But allegedly, next week on the 360, it's going to be announced when the founder's position is going bye-bye. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to take off my glasses and get serious here. Here's the thing. Well, let's pretend for a moment that the founder's position does go bye-bye. And I'm going to have to put my glasses on again to be able to read the comments. I can't flip and read them. I get tired of wearing the glasses. So that just really didn't make any sense at all to take them off and put them back on. Anyway, if founder's position is eliminated because it goes bye-bye, don't you think there's going to be something else? Something will be called something else that will be like a founder's light type position of some sort. I don't think it will just all go away. It might be that they'll use the whole terminology of reseller. And I'm sorry, I'm on a pillow, so everything's jiggly. I really don't see him saying like no more. And I do think the reason there is this flurry of saying that the founder's position is going to be eliminated, you better act now, is because I don't think they're getting a lot of people to join. So all that stuff that was going on in Dubai, don't think it really brought in the numbers. That's just kind of my random thoughts about that, just is. Directors, vice presidents, right? Owners positions. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. This is the face reveal, except for I have on, I look a mess, no makeup or anything, but I really don't care. I'm just being raw and uncensored, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, tomorrow we'll do a combo of Mondays and then the 360. But yeah, I'm just really curious. Like, this makes me go like, okay, so now we have a target for next Wednesday to hear about like when is it going to end? Because it was said in the Monday one that, after June 23rd, there'll be no more founders positions. So that gives us something to shoot for. It could be sooner than June 23rd, but I don't. We're dancing all around. Don't want to commit to anything. It's like that guy that you have a crush on. I mean, girls, I'm talking to you, I guess. That guy that you have a crush on, but he's not really that into you and dances around everything. Like why y'all can't like actually be a couple. Anyway, okay. I'm going to get down on the go-go's, but tomorrow we're going to do the song. I hope tomorrow I will have time to edit the new song so that we can look at that 23rd. So, I can't believe the 23rd song. I mean, why are there 23 songs about passive? Somebody explain that to me. I don't think anybody can. Oh, yeah. The folks on the data centers. Okay, the data centers are really just irritating the stink out of me because I really don't think this man is creating data centers all over the damn place. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I mean, the amount of money he would need to have access to, I just don't think he does. I mean, do you? Do you trust Ash? Do you trust anything that comes out of that man's mouth? Because I don't. I just don't. I don't. Anyway, I'm going to get down the go-go. I'm going to take, okay, my bad child and now heard me say, get down on the go-go, and he sat up. Here, I'll show you Chalupa. Here's Chalupa. There's the Chalupa face. Tamale might want to say hi, too. I see her wagging her tail. I'll show you Tamale. Come here, baby girl. My bagel and cream cheese. Here's Tamale Wally Doodle. So these are the little ones that, Chalupa, you're not going anywhere right now. I'm going to take them outside. And they're my little loves. I love them so very much. They're my sweethearts. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. My husband is going to be home tomorrow night. He's not home tonight because there's a kitchen table wine pairing at level 2, which is the second most expensive wine pairing for the kitchen table experience. But the kitchen table experience is literally a table with is enclosed in glass and everything, but the chefs come in and talk about every single course, and you can watch everything that's going on in the kitchen and stuff. And so I'm sure he's rocking that. Anyway, you guys have a lovely rest of your evening. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my moderators. You guys are so fantastic. Oh, Chalupa's coming back over here. Chalupa wants to say hi again. There's Chalupa Poopa. And thank you to the lurkers. Thank you to everybody who participated. And thank you for those of you who didn't, just, came by and are just watching this crazy lady, talk about Eric Worre and then bringing up on passive because I can't help myself. Anyway, have a lovely evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And Chalupa is just driving me nuts. He's just like, I can't end the broadcast because he keeps getting in my way. Anyway, have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, you are beautiful, and I love you. Good night.